Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special shout out to our sponsors today, Seattle School of Chen Style Taiji Chuan. For more information, go to seattlechenTaijai.com. And author interviews by D. Scott Smith. For great interviews with authors on Amazon, go to motivationallistener.live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. So glad to have you all here today. I'm just rocking out to that music. You know, got to give a big shout out to my son, Connor Hedge, who is an outstanding musician, writer, producer, does all the music for my shows. And it's such a great resource. If you want more information on how to have amazing music for a podcast or whatever you're doing, message me and I will tell you how to get in touch with Connor. He does amazing work. So anyway, big shout out to him. And also thanks again to Seattle School of Chen and D. Scott Smith, motivational listener, and his author interview is great on Amazon Live. So just appreciate them so much. You know, I'm super excited today. We're going over to London today to speak to Liz Jones, who I've got to know and is just a wonderful person. She is just a wellness expert and really today can speak how to keep you healthy, strong in your business and in all that you're doing. So we're going to let her tell you more about that. But first, I just want to remind you, I'm Russ Hedge. I am an inspiration specialist. I'm a coach, motivational speaker. I love to connect with people. You know, where I can really help you out. People ask me, what kind of coaching do you do? Well, I am a marketing coach and I'm a business coach. So I can help you with your business culture, purpose, and your why and why you move forward with your business every day. Also with just your basic marketing plans and your message and all that you're doing. I'd love to talk to you about that. But also, I just love to connect and really help you have a positive attitude in life. So if you want to connect with me, go to russhedge.com. That's russhedge.com. Love to connect with people. So I'm always available. You can schedule time right on my calendar, or you can go to any of my social media, my email. There's even my phone number on there. So it's just so great. Speaking of great people, I love when you make comments. And this morning, Emily's here. Yes, Emily, I love the music too. Emily is awesome. She is a coach and does just all kinds of amazing things in podcasting as well. So thanks so much for joining from the East Coast today, Emily. Appreciate you. So I think that's about all. Other than the fact, don't forget, I am the author of Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. If you need an encouraging, upbeat book, pick it up at Amazon or all online booksellers. Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose is all about living the life that you choose, no matter what comes at you, keeping a positive attitude, a positive mindset, moving forward in an amazing way. Because you know what? You are amazing and you have great potential. You do, and you can live the life you choose. So pick that book up today and I hope it encourages you. So there you go. That's enough about me. Okay, so I am ready to bring Liz in. I'm excited to have her. Here she comes. Well, maybe not. That would be the wrong button. Normally I push the right button. There you go. Now she comes.
Magic.
I'm laughing at myself. Okay, if I could push the right button this morning, we'd be all good. It's the one thing about guys, Liz, because, we're really not multitaskers. And so I'm running the show and trying to do all the stuff in the background at the same time. And, once in a while that happens. It's live. You hit the wrong button.
Wait for it. You see our lives. I go, and we're live. And they go, oh, no, I forgot to press the live button.
Oh, and that has happened to me before, too. One time I got halfway through the intro and I had to tell them, I'm so sorry. I did not push the live button. Anyway, it's amazing. You had made a comment on your post before this episode, but how amazing it is to connect with people on LinkedIn and all mediums today online. It's amazing the community that you can build. I mean, you and I just are a smidge apart and probably wouldn't have just driven up to each other's house to say hi because, we didn't know each other, but we were able to connect through this great medium. And I just love the fact all that you're doing. So I'm going to just turn it over to you and let you tell everybody who you are, what you do. I already know what amazing things you're doing. So tell everybody what's going on.
Well, as you can tell, hey, spotlight. So you just want to put me in the spotlight.
Ta-da!
So, from London, as you can tell by the accent, and we're on a scorched river day, which is amazing. So what do? I help people get fitter and healthier. So not just getting fit to just go on holiday, but actually take it as a lifestyle and completely transform their life. Because when you're fitter, you can manage everything. So your productivity increases, your business increases, our clients report more money coming in, improved relationships. It basically affects everything because you're the best to you. And that's ultimately what I try and make people do, is enjoy what they do, so that actually their lives then transform. So rather than not having time to do the things that's good for them, they then find that's what they center everything else around. So complete mindset shift, which in the last 18 months, I think our health and well-being has needed the biggest attention ever.
Well, that's for sure. You got that right. And it's interesting because this is why you and I get along so well, because we both are very big on positive mindset and taking care of yourself. And because you are, when it comes to business and life, you are your business. You are what makes everything move forward. And if you're not in good health, if you don't have a good mindset, if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not well, then you can't be helping other people and moving forward in your business, right?
Correct. I mean, people won't hire, without being rude, people have said they wouldn't hire me if I was a fat trainer. Or I didn't practice what I preached. If I just didn't do it, one, I'm not strong enough to do it with my clients, but they actually said they wouldn't believe in me as much.
Well, it's true.
And it is my lifestyle. So it is how I live. And it's not because I force myself. It's actually because I know how good it feels. So, reap the benefits, live it. And of course, then I've got more confidence. I feel better. I go to my clients. They go, wow, it works. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, no, it is. Absolutely. And you're right. I think it's true of any business. If you go to a financial person that's just struggling and they're trying to tell you how to do your finances, you're going to be like, yeah, maybe not. And you go to a health coach to get well and they're eating Twinkies and they're not in good shape, you're going to think this is not the right person for me. And I think that's true in everything as we move forward. We need to think about that with ourselves, right? I mean, what we're putting forward is what we're attracting. So when we're trying to help people out, we need to make sure we've got our life in order. We got to make sure that we are moving in a positive direction, right?
Yeah, completely agree with that.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I love about what you do, again, is you're kind of a holistic approach, keeping them healthy, well, good mindset. Tell me what you do with your clients. So when they come into you and they say, we need help, how do you start off with each one? What's your approach?
Well, normally it's finding exactly what they need help with, because some will just want, like, in terms of what I do, obviously I have just the direct training, I have group classes, then we have nutrition advice, then we have, the mindset. So it depends exactly what they need. And ultimately, finding out exactly what they want to get. So a lot of people will go for the physical because it's what they can understand and they can see the most. And it's also, I say, least uncomfortable, because if you can deal with the level of the physical, going, actually, I just feel like I want to get physically fitter, then underneath lies all the emotions. And of course, then you start digging into those and you get people feeling better about themselves, and they go, actually, and then they start divulging all these other things, the mindset comes out. Whereas, you can go for the mindset and say, your thoughts are wrong, but a lot of people will block those in and go, no, I'm fine with that. It's just what I need with, So I actually find going through sort of more a physical exercise band, people relax a little, open up a bit more. And a lot of the time, the physical is the front, or the excuse that covers something else. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, it sounds like a simple approach, but it's so great just what you started with. You're asking and listening to where they're at and what they really need help with. And I think that's really actually, unfortunately, unique in today's culture, because a lot of people want to push their agenda and want to push their program instead of listening to what people really need. And everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is unique. Everyone is different.
Yeah. And so it's important to see exactly where they're at. And I think you and I were talking about, if you're not feeling great and it's hot outside and all that kind of stuff, it affects your energy level, which affects what you put out to other people. And I think that's why the health end of it is so important. I know that this morning, I'm big on morning routines. Are you big on morning routines? You get up bright and early?
I do, but tends to, for me, I have clients in the morning. So okay. My morning routine is normally focused on my clients, and then I get to me. So my space is like late morning, but for me, I'm quite big on a bedtime routine and switching off.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't be able to do that for me, because I have to really get myself going to be with my clients or to be with people on the podcast. This morning I get up, I'm a super early guy. So get up 4 a.m. I have my morning routine where I read and I journal, do devotionals and stuff. And then I exercise and I go to a club. This morning I biked and swam and walked, and I take my dog out on a little walk too. So she gets a little exercise, but it really gets me going, because this morning, I got to be honest, I woke up, I didn't feel super great. And so it helps me work out of that, helps get me into a good mindset to be able to deal with what I've got coming ahead. So, but every person is different. And I think it's important, even if like you said, you're dealing with your clients first, then you get to you time to make sure you're taking care of your self-care, right? Because self-care is so important.
But that's the thing with my clients, you see, we're doing exercise. So I'm getting up in the morning and I'm literally going, okay, I might be going, okay, I need my coffee, and sitting down. And Emily's spot on there. We think we know, but we don't always. There's a level of uncomfortable.
Well, that's true. You are doing exercise with your clients, so that does help, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing. So I get up, if I'm feeling a bit tired, I'm like, okay, you've got this program, you've got this plan. And as soon as I go, guys, how do you feeling this morning, or whichever? And my goal is to set up their day. It's to make them exactly what you said. I'm going for a walk. I'm doing my exercise. I am their morning routine. So actually, in doing that, it's kind of got its own reverse benefits.
That's true. Yeah. I'm not exercising with my clients, so I guess maybe I should throw that in.
Yeah, you should. But this is why it's good. I have my exercise ones in the morning, and then in the afternoon I can do my coaching, or evening I can do any specific coaching. But yeah, in the morning it tends to be the exercise ones.
I wonder if I could work in jumping jacks and stretching while I'm working on their marketing plan. I should see if I could do that.
Warm up. It's like, okay, guys, we're going to warm up. Let's just do this to start with. Now sit down and let's talk about your plan.
That's a great idea. I like it. I'm making adjustments already.
There you go.
That's a wonderful thing about people like you, Liz. I learn so much from everybody, and you've really got an amazing personality, and I appreciate all that you stand for and what you're doing. One thing that I'm really trying to work into, things we were talking about mindset. We're talking about this last year that was year and a half that was rough on everybody, and I'm really trying to focus on the positive. I've always been that way, but I'm working into these interviews something really positive about my guests that just would be uplifting to other people. Whether it's with your family, your friends, God, whatever it has to do with in your life, your exercise, your mindset, whatever. Give us something really positive that's happened in your life that's amazing, that would people say, well, that is so encouraging. Thanks, Liz.
Yeah. Well, the one thing, like being, as you all know, being a coach and, trainer, the problem I had before lockdown was a lot of my business, I had bits all over the place. So couldn't see clients, some things were off, and, quite a lot went on hold, and, all these sorts of challenges that you get as a coach or trainer. And so I ended up with all this time. And of course, we talk about time being the precious thing we have, the most precious gift. And we all say we haven't got enough time. So I've always, the last couple of years, thought about doing my yoga teacher. So of course I went, well, now I've got the time. It's 200 hours. Why am I not using this time to do it? It's cheaper because it's doing online rather than me traveling, taking time out of business. So I can do it around my clients, So in terms of economy and cost, cheaper. And also I had the time to do it rather than taking a month off for business. So I actually became a 200-hour yoga teacher last year, which transformed my training because obviously improved what I was doing myself, but I gained new business, new private clients because I offer that specific class. And obviously coming out of lockdown, new centers hired me, it actually, I'm nearly 40, I'm getting injuries. It's like your body it can only do so many spin classes a week now, So going on and doing something that was less impact actually was, it's been much better for me physically. And it turns out I'm actually really good at teaching it.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. So within, I've been teaching for years, but literally I taught at the center. Within 2-3 weeks, the guys were saying, no, my class was their favorite. And, you sit there going, I've been qualified for 2 months and you're already telling me I'm your favorite yoga teacher. That is like, it's making me well up the thought of it, because people get so protective over their instructors that to become someone's favorite so quickly was just like a crown being bestowed on me. Yeah, it's actually making me well up. I'm crying. But it's such an honor, and it's been years really. So people always said they love my classes and they've enjoyed them and, this. But to actually transform to become someone's favorite and have people fight to make sure I have my class and all these sorts of different things is, and that's because I took the time. We had time.
Right.
So it's always a question of how you're going to invest your time. I invest in something that was for me, that would benefit not only me, but my business and things I wanted to do. And actually now I get to help others spend their time doing something they love.
Right. Well, I always say that if you're not doing what you love and doing what you're passionate about, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
When I speak to young people, I tell them, if you don't love what you do, quit.
Yeah.
I always say that and I just let it sit there and they're all like, we can't quit. Yeah. And I'm like, well, get another job. Be responsible, but do something you love. You don't want to waste your time and your efforts on things that just make you miserable. And I think you're right. I know you're right. Time is precious and it is so important. In this last year and a half, we had all this time created. It was amazing when COVID first hit. My wife says, God has created all this space for you to write your book. You didn't have time to write your book, and now you have all this time, so get with it. And I was able to write my book in a short amount of time because it was something that I was passionate about, wanted to do, and I suddenly had time. And like you said, we make choices every day on what we do with our time. And, that it's, that goes right along with the theme of my book, Living the Life You Choose. And you are, I think, just a good example of that. You made a good choice. You got certified. You're teaching. You are adding to your arsenal that was already great of what you were doing. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. I believe people are fighting over your class.
Yeah, it's, when you sit there going, it's such a simple little thing. But it's exactly that, the time to follow the passion. And if you talk in terms of years, we spend 40 years, at least of our lives working. Okay. Yep. So we're probably spending nearly so we have 40% of our life. If we live to 100, okay, if we're lucky enough to live to 100, we're spending 40% of our life working. So probably, let's drop that down, 50% of our life is spent working. We then got 15, 20% at school. So we've only really got this tiny minuscule amount of our life which we can enjoy, but in time where our health suffering. So we may have the money immediately after you retire, but you can't physically do what you want to do. So why are we going to waste the time that we have where we're going to be able to do the most things and actually really create an impact not only to others, but to ourselves, doing things that make us unhappy, doing it so we're struggling, we're chasing money, or we're just chasing a material item, when actually taking care of your health, doing what sets you alight, and actually following your passions can actually mean that time is much better spent.
Yep. Oh, I couldn't agree more. And I hope everybody heard that. You need to follow your passions. You need to follow what you love in life, and be thoughtful of the people that you love around you. Take what's important in life, your priorities in life, and just really make sure that you guard your time correctly. And we don't want to work our life away. We want to spend time doing things we love and with the people we love. And I think that always is going to improve our mindset. It's always going to help us. So, well, Liz, listen, I tell you what, we are actually already over time, but I've been having such a great time talking to you that we've just been going. So tell everybody how they get in touch with you, because they're going to want to know more about your health and wellness coaching, how to get in touch with you.
Okay. So if it's about the coaching, there's my website, lizjonescoaching.com. If not, find me on LinkedIn. So Liz Jones, you will find me under the Mind and Body House. So that's actually my fitness, my brand. And of course, we obviously run online class studios. So everything's under the Mind and Body House. So either way, I'm the one pretty much on the socials. If not, my EA will be around and everything will get through to me.
All right. Excellent. Well, I will make sure and link to that. I think I've already linked to part of it in the show notes. Make sure that I have that information there. And please get in touch with Liz, because, she can really help you with your health, your wellness, your mindset. She's a wonderful resource. And Liz, I just want to thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know coming on today, getting a little emotional, being a little real and raw today. But, it is.
I'll be done.
It means a lot.
It's been a pleasure to join you this morning, or this afternoon for me.
Okay, there you go. Morning for me, afternoon for you. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank you again. And hang tight. I'm going to send you up to the green room, wrap things up, and I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm telling you, it is amazing, the wonderful people that we get on this podcast live show. Amazing people who connect. That is what we're all about. People connecting, helping, lifting, benefiting each other, creating a positive mindset, creating a positive life for you. And I want to thank you, because you know what? You're valuable. You are not only valuable to yourself and your family, but you add value to others. You have influence over others, whether you know it or not. So be a positive influence today. Smile at people. Make life wonderful. Get out there, make it an awesome day. And until we see you again every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I just pray that you have a great day and a great life. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.